Hi everyone, my name is ProSkills323 and today I'm gonna make my Ultimate Sonic tier list about each 3D game, and there are going to be a couple of games that I'm gonna put on haven't played tier because I was too young and I never even bothered to pick it up. I didn't find it so on. So without further ado, I think we should get started. We start with the first mainline game. We start with SA1. I'm going to put it on B tier or C tier. I mean, I'm not sure. I do think B tier. Now, what I like about SA1 is basically most of the gameplay styles. You have Sonic style. You have his gameplay, then you have Tails, who controls. They pretty much identical to the counterpart. And then you have Gamma. Okay, that was experimentation, but again was still fun to play with him. I think it was refined in SA2, but that's just my opinion. And then Biggie the Cat. That's, I think, that is the weakest part of the game in my opinion. And oh boy, I'm not gonna talk about how he destroyed to an extent in my opinion. Amy was like, okay, I didn't like you, but was doable to her in my opinion. But Big the Cat, was the fishing ain't even accurate. The fishing is the most frustrating part ever in my opinion. So I think we should move on because I'm not gonna make it too long. Then we have SA2, which again I think I'm going to put it on A tier, or I think I'm gonna put it on S tier a little bit. Now what I like the game is, again, it streamlines the first installation, by adding only 3 gameplay styles, speed characters, and then you have treasure hunting characters, and then you have gamma gameplay style, or machine, I don't know, robots or so on. Okay, and I think the only thing that plays in my opinion of the game is probably the treasure hunting. Don't get me wrong, it's still to an extent fun, but when you have mad space, when you play the last stage on Rouge, in my opinion, the level design are way too open, and then when you have one treasure at a time, I think that's destroys the whole thing in my opinion. Maybe I'm gonna put it on A tier. Yeah, A tier. That kills to an extent in my opinion, the enjoyment, but still I think it's a great game nonetheless. It proved it on the first game. So next one we have Heroes. I only played the trial version, which again it somehow exists on internet, and it was fun. Well, even though it was Seaside Hill, the first stage, I couldn't even play Ocean Palace, which sucked, which was sad in my opinion. But it was fun, but I can't rank it because it's only kind of like 20 stages left, and yeah, or to an extent I need to play half of the game in order to critique it, but not. Next one we have Shadow the Hedgehog, even worse than Heroes. I actually don't have, I actually can't find, or I don't know if there is a demo or something like that that exists somehow on the internet. But yeah, I didn't play it. I only watched from people, and it was probably a little bit the same thing with Heroes, that people were saying, yeah, it was tedious, having 10 can alter the ending, and none of them matters since there is a last story, which in my opinion that kills the whole point of the game. I mean, if you want to have if you want to choose either option, then there shouldn't be any last story, or if you want to choose neutral, I mean there shouldn't be. I mean, what you choose should be, you know, definitive ending. I mean, there shouldn't be, oh yeah, all these ending or filler. Next one we have '06, which again I heard many people hate it, but you know, I actually recently bought it and I kind of enjoyed it in my opinion. I think I'm going to put it right now and see. I mean, I haven't finished the game, but in my opinion it was kind of like SO1 to an extent, you know. The level design is open, and that's something I actually like. And the only thing that I think, you know, I own the PlayStation 3 version, which again, I mean, I do have more slowdown and, you know, frame rate issues, and even sometimes the audio, you know, doesn't register somewhat when I replay. But yeah, the only thing that I think kind of kills the game, you know, probably in my opinion, you know, to most people is glitches, and also, you know, frame rate. I mean, not all people are patient or something like that. But nonetheless, I think it's great. I mean, it has ambition, but I would like to see a remake. I mean, I know that there is a remake, you know, it's been done. I mean, like, you know, uh, which again, I think we should support them, and hopefully, you know, this game becomes, yeah, I mean, the remake becomes the definitive version of this game in my opinion. It has so much potential. So yeah, next one we have Unleashed. Now, it's probably a little bit of Heroes category, a little bit. By that I don't mean tedious or something like that, but I played it to an extent. It was fun, and hopefully I'm gonna play even more in order to finish the whole story. Kind of like the '06 scenario, but I think I enjoyed it. The only thing that I think is tedious or a little bit boring is nighttime stages, or even a little bit daytime stages also, because you know the controls are a little bit slippery and it's a little bit hard to adjust to it. But nonetheless, I mean, I could get used to it. Then we have the Werehog, which, I mean, it could take hours just to one stage, which in my opinion, that, yeah. Next one we have Generation. No, sorry, Colors. Again, I don't have a Nintendo Wii, unfortunately, no Wii or Switch, so I can't critique it or do something about it. We move on to the first ever game that I actually played. You know, yeah, even though it was, you know, I played it late, you know, 2014, something like that. I remember it was July or something. It was fun, and it was a good introduction, in my opinion, to the series. I think I'm going to put it on 8. Or maybe yes. Nah, I think 8. I mean, I think I don't like the game as much as I used to be, but I used to, but I think the game is enjoyable, and if there's someone that's gonna want to at least experience the franchise, I think this game is, you know, perfect example of how to start it, and it is basically the first good impression. Also, it was the 20th anniversary, so I think they had to nail it. I mean, I guess 10, 20. Here it was 7, here it was 15, here it was 17, here it was 12th anniversary. Sorry, I meant 13. 13. Here it was 14th anniversary. And then here it was 19th anniversary. Yeah, and here it was 26. You know, actually it was supposed to be 25, but 26 because they delayed the game 1 year. And then here it was 24th. No, 23rd. Yeah, 23rd anniversary. Nick, with that, yeah, should we go on to next two? Now, the same thing to colors. I don't have a Nintendo Wii U. I mean, and I can't even critique the game, which is sad. I mean, I wish that I could. I mean, I play most of these, but still, I want to play. I don't have a PS2 anymore. I mean, yeah. But let's hope that when PS5 comes out, so we could have backwards compatibility, full, and then we hopefully get Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog, on PS5. It would be cool. Um, so I think it should be. Now I'm going to review, or I mean, put the last mainline game, or the latest mainline game that has come so far. Sonic Forces. I'm going to put it on A or B. I mean, this is going to be controversial, anyways. I mean, I'm expecting it to be there. I think I'm going to put it on C tier. Yeah, I'm going to put it on C tier. As I said in the live streams and a little bit, that I and other live streams, I think, I enjoyed the game. It was fun, and it has a little bit replay value in my opinion, but not as much as this or this. But even though I haven't finished them, but what I like, to an extent, I feel like the controls that I feel like that destroys, in my opinion, the whole thing. For example, when you play classic Sonic, something like classic Sonic, whenever he jumps, he feels heavy. That's my opinion. I mean, and other people say that, but he feels heavy, and it feels like gravity pulling him, all the way down. I don't know why, as opposed to free flowing jumps. You could jump to the next platform. Even double jump doesn't help. But and nonetheless, I had good time. It was fun, and it was even fun to use the super phones. It's not as bad as people are saying, in my opinion, and it definitely has some. It definitely has some original content, even though, I think the rehash is way too much. I mean, ever since this game, this and this, continue on rehashing to next through first or second stages, but first sort of, yeah, but you get it. Um. So yeah, that's it. Let me know in the comments, as to did you like the game to an extent? I mean, did you like how I put my tier and so on? Do you agree or disagree? I know that there are going to be people that's gonna disagree, but let me know your mainline game. And again, if you haven't played the game, then I think I recommend you to. It's impossible to say whether a game is good or not. So yeah, um, that's it. Take care, and hopefully I see you soon.